Hello, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Whether you are new here or a returning subscriber, I'm glad to have you with us today. In case you missed, we covered the basics of React components in our previous video. If you have not watched, I highly recommend checking it out before you could dive into today's topic. Today, we'll explore the world of styling React components. We'll be discussing three main approaches: inline styles, regular styles, and CSS modules. Each approach has its own advantages and will demonstrate how to style a button using these methods. Our button will showcase various styles such as background color, text color, font family, margin, border radius, and padding. Let's start with inline styles. We create a new component called inline.js within our components folder. Inside this file, we define a constant called style that contains key value pairs for the aforementioned styles. The keys in the object should be camel cased and the values should be strings. For example, we can set the background color of the button to blue, the text color to white, the font family to Arial, the margin to 10 pixels, the border radius to 5 pixels, and the padding to 10 pixels. To create a new functional component, we use the RFCE shortcut. Then we apply these styles directly to the button element using the style prop. This is how inline styles work in React. Moving on to the second approach, regular CSS, we begin by creating a new component called regular.js in the components folder. Alongside it, we add a corresponding CSS file named regular.css. Inside this regular.css file, we define a class called regular button and we put all the button styles inside this class. For example, we can set a green background color, a white text color, a font family of Arial, a margin of 10 pixels, a border radius of 5 pixels, and a padding of 10 pixels. We then save this file and go back to the regular.js file. Here, we create a new functional component using the RFCE shortcut. We then import the regular CSS file created and apply the desired styles to the button using the class name regular button. That is it. Lastly, we explore CSS modules, which provide a way to locally scope our styles. To use CSS modules, we save the CSS file with the suffix .module.css. To illustrate this, let's create two files, module.js and module.module.css within the components folder. Notice the difference in the file extension for the CSS file. Okay, to avoid repeating ourselves, let's just copy the styles from the regular.css file and paste them inside the module.module.css file. Now, for distinction, let's just adjust the background color of the button to red. We then save the file and go back to module.js. Here, we create a functional component using the RFCE shortcut. We then import our module.css file, noting the difference in the import statement compared to the regular CSS. We then apply the style to the button using the important variable and the class name. Now that our styling components are ready to view, let's import them into our app.js file. After all the imports, save your changes and then refresh the browser to see the style buttons in action. Congratulations, you made it. This is the inline styling button, regular styling button, and module styling button. Before we conclude, let's briefly discuss the advantages of each styling approach. Inline styles offer convenience and flexibility. They allow styles to be defined directly within the component. Regular styles, on the other hand, provides a clear separation of concerns. making styles more maintainable and reusable. CSS modules offer localized and scoped styles. They prevent conflicts in large applications and promote encapsulation. In our next video, we will dive into another important topic, React props. Understanding how to use props effectively will enhance the flexibility and reusability of your components. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and enable notifications so you won't miss out in our upcoming videos. Thank you for joining me today as we explore the various styling approaches in React components. I hope you found this tutorial insightful and practical. Remember to practice and experiment with these techniques to become a proficient React developer. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you in the next one.